Hey baseball fans, welcome back to the channel. About 3 months ago, I created a video before the baseball season highlighting a few players I think were going to have great seasons. Now, we're at the halfway point of the 2025 MLB season, and it's time to revisit my preseason predictions for the 5 players that I liked. If you have not watched the video from the preseason, you can do so right here. But those 5 players were BRENTON DOYLE, LARS NOOTBAAR, Luis Garcia Jr., LENYN SOSA, and Randy AROZARENA. I'm going to be grading my picks from the preseason on a scale from strikeout to grand slam. Some of these predictions were looking great, some not so much. Grab a snack, settle in, and let's take a look at how the season's gone so far. First up, BRENTON DOYLE, the Rockies' dynamic outfielder. I predicted he would take a step forward from a great season last year, expecting him to leverage the elite speed he has, Coors Field's hitter-friendly environment, but at the halfway mark, things are not looking great. Doyle's hitting 6 home runs, 27 runs, 26 RBIs, and 8 stolen bases, numbers that are underwhelming given what I expected from him this year. There's a little bit of context to add. Doyle did miss time. His unborn baby passed away. He missed about a week or two at the beginning of the season, and I would assume that's something that's probably not easy to get over. He's been bumped from his leadoff spot. He's commonly batting anywhere from 4 to 7. Lost those key at-bats, and the Rockies are just an awful team. Still, there's a little bit of silver lining for the rest of the season. His 12.6% barrel rate ranks in the 78th percentile. He's making quality contact when he does connect, and his speed is still there. He's in the 95th percentile for sprint speed, one of the fastest in the game. I thought he'd have more stolen bases by now. If he can find some positive regression and stay healthy here, he could turn things around. But I am giving myself an out for BRENTON DOYLE, but I do think that there is some regression due for the rest of the season. Next up, LARS NOOTBAAR, the Cardinals' former leadoff spark plug. He batted leadoff for the better part of the year. I predicted he'd thrive at the top of the lineup, and I'm giving my prediction for Lars a triple to this point. NOOTBAAR's crushing it, 11 home runs, 43 runs, 35 RBIs, surpassing my expectations. He's played most of his games at leadoff, driving the Cardinals offense with a 94th percentile hard hit rate. But why not a home run? Well, I did not quite nail his approach at the plate. His strikeout rate is higher than I expected, and his walk rate is lower. He's got the 9th lowest swing rate at pitches inside the zone, meaning he's watching way too many hittable pitches go by. If Lars gets more aggressive, especially on those meaty strikes, he could elevate his game even further. This guy has all the tools, the power, the speed, a knack for getting on base. A little tweak to his approach, and my prediction could look even better by season's end. For my prediction grade, I'm giving myself a triple. Was almost dead on, but if he gets a little bit more aggressive, we could see a home run or a grand slam by the end of the season. Garcia Jr., the Nationals' second baseman, was one of my breakout candidates, and I'm going to grade this one a single so far. I expected him to emerge as a key contributor, and he's delivering 7 homers, 36 runs, 36 RBIs, 7 stolen bases, and a .267 batting average. Those numbers are solid and right in line with what I envisioned for a young player stepping up like Garcia. His 14% strikeout rate is better than I expected, landing in the 88th percentile, and his 97th percentile expected batting average shows he's making consistent quality contact. A near 50% hard hit rate and above average weighted runs created plus prove he's a force in Washington's lineup. He's had a couple injuries that have kept him out of that lineup. As he gets healthier, I expect to see those numbers get better. What keeps this from a higher grade? I thought he might push a little bit more on the power or the speed, but he's tracking really how I expected, not really exceeding it. And for a second baseman, these are pretty good numbers. His contact skills suggest he's only scratching the surface. If he keeps this up, he's cementing himself as a cornerstone for the Nationals. For my prediction grade, I am going single. I think I was right, but he has not exceeded my expectations quite yet. Player 4, LENYN SOSA, the White Sox infielder, another single for my prediction accuracy. I did not expect him to be an everyday starter. Kind of projected a limited role, but he's defied expectations on that front. When he's not injured, he's playing almost every day, and he's getting more opportunities than expected, at least than what Fangraphs expected. He's posted 6 home runs, 22 runs, 21 RBIs, and a steal, batting .277. The batting average was a pleasant surprise, and his career high 18.3% pulled fly ball rate shows he's tapping into some power potential, even if the underlying stats that he has are mostly average. Injuries have been a challenge, limiting his consistency, but for a player I thought might be stuck on the bench for the better part of the year, it still feels like a win. The White Sox are obviously a bad team. Being on a bad team does not make it easy to be a star player, but he's carving out himself a role. I underestimated his playing time, but his production aligns with my outlook. And if he keeps getting the at-bats, that pulled fly ball rate could lead to more extra base hits, more home runs, more RBIs. For my prediction grade, single. I was a little conservative on this one, but Sosa is meeting the expectations I had. And again, still think there are some things that we could take and say, okay, he's going to improve later on in the year. And our last player, Randy AROZARENA, the Mariners outfielder. I predicted a bounce-back season for him. I'm grading this one a double, a little bit more than a single. He's at 36 runs, 8 home runs, 31 RBIs, and 238 batting average. I expected to see more home runs from him, but the RBI number, when you're batting behind Cal Raleigh, almost immediately behind Cal Raleigh every day, who often clears the bases, his RBI total is a little bit capped. That's why you see 31 RBIs, you might think for Randy, or someone batting 4 or 5, it's not that good. He's coming up to bat a lot of times with no one on base. His improvements are undeniable, though. He has a career best 22.2% pulled fly ball rate, better exit velocity, hard hit rate, barrel rate, and expected batting average compared to his last season. The strikeout rate is a little bit higher than I would like to see, but his walk rate's up, showing a bit better plate discipline, and he's not swinging as much. The real standout, and I think what has astonished everybody, is his base running. He has stolen more bases than I think anybody would have expected. He's not necessarily a fast guy, but he is a threat on the base paths, and I expected to see a strong rebound after his 2024 dip. He's delivering so far, especially with those improved metrics. The RBI shortfall keeps it from being a triple or a home run, especially with the lack of home runs he's hit, but he is trending up. For my prediction grade for Randy AROZARENA, I'm going double. I think I've been accurate so far. Still would like to see a little bit more from Randy AROZARENA. That's the midseason report for my predictions. NOOTBAAR stealing the show. AROZARENA is doing well. GARCIA and SOSA are middling average with our expectations, and DOYLE is underperforming a little bit, but I think he's going to turn that around. Which one of my calls surprised you the most? Do you disagree with any of these opinions? How these players have performed so far this year? Drop it in the comments. Tell me who you want to cover next. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more baseball content, and be sure to check out my other previews and my other halfway recaps throughout the season for each of these videos. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and until next time.